It's a great pleasure to have with us tonight the artist formerly known as Prince. His first album in 3 years has just been released. It's called Rave Unto, The Joy Fantastic. There you see the cover of the CD. And for the artist, the obvious first question is, why 3 years?
Well, there's a few things I wanted to get out of my system, mainly the Crystal Ball project, which was a reissue of a lot of the bootlegs that have been coming out all over the world. I'm probably one of the most bootlegged artists out there. I wanted to clean that up and get the real good mixes out and let people hear what they were really supposed to sound like, if ever given the chance to complete them.
So that's the reason for this space of time.
We did a couple other projects. I was working with Shaka Khan. I did an album with her, Larry Graham.
She's terrific.
Yeah, she is.
What can an artist do about bootlegging?
The best thing you can do is go back and get those mixes again, and fix them up the way you always saw them completed, and then reissue them.
Does the listener know if they buy one of these in Germany that this isn't what you intended?
A lot of my so-called fans do, and they actually thrive off the fact that it's stolen property.
You would admit yourself an unusual personality.
Depends.
I mean, well, let's say you're different.
As compared to what?
As compared to most people in, let's say, show business, you're an unusual person. Most people don't get famous with one name and then change it, right? Would you say? What's the story of that, by the way?
I had searched deep within my heart and spirit, and I wanted to make a change and move to a new plateau in my life. And one of the ways in which I did that was to change my name. It sort of divorced me from the past and all the hang-ups that go along with it. I was, as it's been well chronicled, in deep dispute with my record label. And
which is Warner Brothers, right?
Yeah.
Which owns this network, I might add.
Oh, they do? We had some issues that were basically about ownership of the music and how often I was supposed to record and things like that. We got along otherwise. We just came to head in those types of
so there was no clash over what you would record or what kind of music you were singing, etc.?
No.
None of that?
No creative issues whatsoever. And they were gracious enough to allow me a very wide palette to put colors onto.
But about the highest risk one would think someone who gets famous would take is to drop the name that got them famous.
Well, that was one of the things that I dealt with, is that I really searched deep within to find out the answer to whether fame was most important to me or my spiritual well-being, and I chose the latter.
Was it difficult to not be what you had become known as?
You mean?
I think, well, let's say the only other famous person I know who did this was Cassius Clay. He's a dear friend, and he changed his name to Muhammad Ali as heavyweight champion of the world. That was incredible. To change your name, that was due to a faith belief. But he wasn't selling records. He was in the ring, and as long as he won, it sold. You, though, a person in show business, is almost dependent on recognition. You stopped being Prince.
Well, that's a good point. I pretty much wanted to be dependent upon God, and when you get the inner calling to do something and you know that you're being inspired by God, you pretty much know you better answer that call or suffer the consequences.
Do you think this was God-inspired as well?
I do believe, yes.
Why then did you choose the artist formerly known as?
Well, I didn't choose that. That was chosen.
Chosen for you?
Yeah, pretty much.
What would you have chosen? I mean, did you think of a name? What is your name at birth?
My name at birth was Prince Rogers Nelson. Yeah.
So did you think of Nelson?
No.
Rogers?
No.
Were you thinking of a name?
No, it didn't come to me like that.
So how did the artist formerly known as come about?
Well, that came up through people's problem with, mainly the media's problem with not having a pronunciation for the symbol. So they had to come up with something, I guess.
So the artist formerly known as is a media invention.
Yes, sir.
Not your invention.
No, sir.
You're a symbol.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how do you promote a symbol?
Well, what we found is throughout the world, if you hold this up and show it to people what they think of, they will say Prince.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So you obviously made it famous.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Can you tell us what it signifies?
Well, me.
No, but I mean how you chose it. You designed it?
It's sort of come about over time. I've always morphed the female and the male symbol together.
Show it again. Let me see that. Yeah, and it works.
It's pretty cool, ain't it? Makes for great jewelry too.
Has it been copied?
Oh yeah.
Stores sell this everywhere?
Well, a lot of times you'll find, like I say, so-called fans on the internet, which is kind of a problem sometimes, because once they use the symbol, it's as though I've endorsed whatever it is that they have for sale, and
Can you copyright that?
it is copyrighted.
So you can't be ripped off by it.
No.
We've been showing it on the bottom of the screen so that people tune in, they know who we're watching
Oh,
here.
cool. All
There it
right.
is. Look at that. See that?
Now, all right.
That's cool,
It's
right?
a class act. This
Hey, this CNN, man, we don't fool around. We'll be right back with the artist formerly known as Prince. We've got to talk about his album, his extraordinary life. We'll be taking your phone calls as well. He's got a concert coming up, and the album, Rave Unto the Joy Fantastic, is now out. Don't bootleg it, buy it. We'll be right back. We're back with the artist, and the new album is Rave Unto the Joy Fantastic. And he now calls himself the artist. In print, however, it is just a symbol. We gave him the name. He wanted to trace his early life, an incredible story. But you live in Spain, right?
I like to say that I live in the world, but I'm not of it. I travel a lot. I call Spain home now. I also have a home in Minnesota. Yeah.
Still in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Roots.
Yeah.
Why Spain?
What I found that I like most is from 2 to 5, everything just shuts down.
Siesta.
Yeah, and everybody just chills and they take a moment to just gather their senses. I think, we probably need to do that here in America sometimes.
So. In other words, what do you, at 2 o'clock every afternoon, you stop doing whatever you're doing?
Well, there's no stores and shopping and things like that. All that shuts down and just allows everybody a chance to just regroup and, think about life.
Do you still have a fondness for Minneapolis?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What was it like growing up there? There aren't many blacks in Minneapolis. Right? I was talking to Dave Winfield the other night. It was about 1% maybe.
Yeah, it was interesting for me because I grew up getting a wider array of music. I grew up with Santana and Larry Graham and Fleetwood Mac, all kinds of different things, So that was very cool.
Good place to grow up?
Yes, sir.
Well, you had a rough childhood, didn't you?
In some respects.
Did that affect your music?
I don't think so, no. I think it probably helped me to look inside to know that I had to do for self. Yeah.
You had a rough time with parents. I mean, that's all resolved now, but you had a rough time with your father, right?
I wouldn't call it rough. I mean, he was very strict disciplinarian, but all fathers were. I learned the difference between right and wrong, so I don't consider it so rough.
Would you look back and say you were glad he was that way?
Well, as I go through this journey, I don't look back much at all. I try to stay in the now and live in the now. I think it keeps you young.
So you're not a reminiscencer?
No.
When did you...
Is that a word, Larry?
No, I invented it.
All right.
Maybe it's my new symbol.
Well,
Inventing words.
Just HIPAA, brother, so I know. I like to learn, but
When? Good point. When did you decide music would be a career?
Well, I learned early on this was what I wanted to do. Maybe about 12 years old, I knew that this is what I'd want to do the rest of my life. Yeah.
You knew it then.
Yeah.
And what burst you on the scene? Well, how did the world get to know Prince, the then Prince?
Well, by the way, I'm still Prince. I use a different sound for my name, which is none.
But it's hard not to refer to you. It's hard to call you. Oh,
It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
you're understanding of this plight we're faced with.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
What was the question?
The question was, no, good. You threw me. I forgot the question. The question, what was the question? I just asked the question, I forgot the question.
You were saying how much you loved live television.
Yes, that wasn't the question. No, the question was, how did you get famous? How did the world get to know you? What happened? Was it a record, an appearance, something?
Well, it started with a lot of appearances I was doing in and about Minneapolis, and word just spread about.
So you were a local name?
Yeah, what I could do, and then I was taken out to Los Angeles by my first manager, whose name escapes me, and other people started getting to see what I could do.
And then did you have a hit record?
No, we were just talking about making one right at that point.
And what burst it for you? What did it for you?
The song?
Yeah.
Song was called Soft and Wet.
And
was
that
the first.
immediately became a hit, and you were known?
Quietly. But a lot of people knew about me because I used Stevie Wonder as an inspiration, whom I look up to a great deal, just for the way that he crafted music and his connection to the spirit. And back then I used him as a role model in trying to play all the instruments and be very self-contained and keep my vision clear. So word spread very quickly about what I could do. A lot of people knew about it, yeah.
How would you describe your music? What idiom would you put it in?
The only thing I could think of, because I really don't like categories, but the only thing I could think of is inspirational. And I think music that is from the heart falls right into that category. People who really feel what it is that they're doing. And ultimately, all music is or can be inspirational, and that's why it's so important to let your gift be guided by something more clear. You know?
And the thing is, we don't know. You think you know where that gift comes from?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that in a minute. By the way, all those things that you just saw, the videos you do in your own studio in Minneapolis, huh?
A good portion of them. Yeah.
So we don't think of L.A., Nashville, all these hotspot New York places. Minneapolis gets it done too. Huh?
Minneapolis has always been a bomb. You don't have to go outside of that.
Now, where does your inspiration come from?
I like to believe that my inspiration comes from God. And that.
Did you always believe that?
No, as you grow older, you learn and you start to you get smarter. Yeah.
Because you were once kind of raucous, right? I mean, you're right. You would say you would, well, not anti-spiritual. You certainly would not think of you as a great believing soul.
Well,
true or not?
No, I don't believe that to be
Always
true.
were.
Oh, I've always known that God was my creator, and that without him, nothing works. It works to a point, and then it just kind of deteriorates. Entropy takes place.
When bad things have happened to you, do you blame him?
Absolutely not. No.
How do you explain? How do you resolve it in yourself?
I learn from it, and I don't wallow in it. I don't spend time in a place. I let myself move on. You know, right today I could sit and say I have animosity towards a
record company.
Yeah, a company that owns the rights to my work. You know, they're businessmen. They're doing what it is that makes their business successful, and I'm also allowed to do things that make my business successful. And for me, that would be to own my work. So I just chose to step away from that. And knowing that, I sent a nice letter to the then president, because they changed a lot weekly during that time. And I told him that I loved him and that, you know, I was glad that I had this experience, you know.
So you would say, even though we don't like to look back, that dispute turns out now to be an experience that worked for you.
Well, I think my understanding of it is what worked for me. I don't consider it proper that my creations belong to someone else. I can go up to a little kid on the street and say, do you know that I don't own Purple Rain? And they're appalled by that. So my understanding of it is what pretty much...
Do you still not own Purple Rain?
No, I'll have to re-record it to own a new master copy of that. We've done that with the song 1999. There's a new master recording of it.
I want to ask about that and how you looked ahead. 1999 came out in the early 80s. We'll be right back with the artist formerly known as Prince. We'll be including your phone calls at the bottom of the hour. Don't go away. I know you're going to do a pay-per-view special the year 2000. It's going to air New Year's. And you say that's the last time you're ever going to play 1999, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me the origin of that. What were you thinking in 1980? What was it, 2?
1982, I wrote that. We were sitting around watching a special about 1999, and a lot of people were talking about the year and speculating on what was going to happen. And I just found it real ironic how everyone that was around me, whom I thought to be very optimistic people, were dreading those days. And I always knew I'd be cool. I never felt like this was going to be a rough time for me. I knew that there were going to be rough times for the Earth because this system is based in entropy, and it's pretty much headed in a certain direction. So I just wanted to write something that gave hope. And what I find is people listen to it, and no matter where we are in the world, I always get the same type of response from it.
Dick Clark just rated it one of the 10 great songs of the millennium.
Oh.
Great records of the millennium. Did you have any idea it would be as prophetic as it was and as successful as it was?
Not to sound arrogant, but there was a point during rehearsal, we were working on it, and the song was going to be sung in a 3-part harmony like Sly and the Family Stone song. And we all got together and we started singing it, and it wasn't really working. So what I did is I said, all right, you sing your harmony for the first part, then you sing your harmony for the second part, and I'll sing my harmony for the third. And it broke when that breakup happened like that, and everybody got their parts separated. Then I knew we had something real special.
Are you surprised at how long it has been around?
Well, I've been around a while, so.
But I mean, now 1999 is here. Were you right?
Well, when you listen to the music, there are a lot of people running around kind of Y2K-ing it, and we just kind of chilling and studying.
Are you worried about Y2K?
No, sir.
Not at all?
No.
Some computer's going to go wrong, you'll fly.
I don't worry about too much anyway.
You don't?
No.
Did you ever? When you had disputes, arguments with record companies, taking a stand, were you a worrier?
No, I think once I started writing Slave on my face, I pretty much knew the outcome. I mean, you have to understand that that word on one's face pretty much changes the dynamic of any meeting that you're in when they see it.
And how did people react to you when they did see it?
Well, the record company didn't really say too much. They just kind of... All right, what's the business at hand today? You know, and that was it.
We'll take a break and we'll come back with the artist formerly known as Prince. You got a concert coming up?
Yes, sir.
Where?
It's going to be from our soundstage at Paisley Park. You need to come. It's going
When
to
is
be
it?
Off the chart. Well,
Why do we have to? Why we can't announce when it is?
no, because it's going to air on
Oh, it's going to air. I see. First secret I've ever. I feel like I'm doing the old game show. We'll be right back with the artist formerly known as Prince. Don't forget the concert. It's on. Don't go away. Yeah. This pay-per-view concert will air New Year's Eve for only $19.99. It's as low as you get in pay-per-view. And you can order it from In Demand. A lot of guest stars in this, too?
Oh, yeah. I just spoke with Lenny Kravitz. He's going to come jam with us. We got Maceo Parker, Larry Graham, the Family Stone. We're trying to get Sly out of his crib so he can come down. Who else? Mavis Staples. She's going to do a couple numbers.
The great Larry Graham's going to join us at the end of the show. He's maybe the great bass player in the world. Certainly one of the best.
Well, if you ask me, that's it.
Right. Legends live.
Yeah.
You are now, what, 42 years old?
So they tell me. I
Do
don't.
you feel 42?
No, I don't count birthdays.
You don't celebrate them either?
No.
No happy birthday?
No.
Right, okay. Let's take a call. St. Louis for the artist formerly known as Prince. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Good. I've been a friend since '78. My favorite cut on the Rave album is So Far, So Pleased. And I wanted to know what inspired you to add this to Rave, because it seems like it's really different from the rest of the cuts. So I just want to know.
I think my my love of rock music and living in Minneapolis, I'm always going to have my guitar in the mix somewhere. And the chance that I got to work with Gwen Stefani, I wanted something that she sounded really cool on, so I put that on there.
Has a lot of music affected you? Do you like jazz music?
Oh, yes, sir. Miles Davis, I learned a lot from. I learned a lot about space from Miles. Space is a sound, too, and can be used very inventively.
He was also technically a great player, was he not?
So they say, yeah.
The Purple Rain concept, autobiographical?
Semi, yeah. Albert Magnoli wrote that, the script for that. My whole thing was I really wanted to chronicle the life I was living at the time, which was in a area that had a lot of great talent and a lot of rivalries. The Time and I forgot to mention they will be on the pay-per-view special. You got to see them now. They're crazy. So I wanted to chronicle that vibe of my life.
Were you surprised at its success? It's not pompous. Maybe you weren't. Maybe you knew you had something.
Well, you can kind of get a feel. There was no movie out like that at the time. That's what I tend to do in all the things that I do is, the idea with art and inspiration is to try to let it grow and move forward. If there's stagnation, you can always come with something and cut through the maze.
So do you sense that you're different? In that regard, you're unique.
Yeah, my music, I think, is different, yes.
Cambridge, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, what a pleasure it is to see you in an interview situation.
What a pleasure to be seen.
He doesn't do many.
I know. It's great. I'm having a great time watching this. I'm a huge fan, and I have been for a long time.
Thank you.
Since you've been called Prince and the artist formerly known as, and the artist and the symbol, and I can't help but wonder, what do your friends call you? What do your closest friends call you?
Good question. Meet you on the street. Okay. What do they say?
Let's see. Larry calls me baby brother. Maite calls me honey. Let's see. My enemies call me squiggle and all kinds of crazy.
What do you call let's say you call me. Hello? What do you say? This is who?
I don't say that too much.
What would you say? You must make some. Do you ever call anyone?
Very seldom. I don't like telephones.
You don't?
No.
So it's rare that you hit a button and dial a number?
Usually the people I call are people that I'm close to, and they know my voice.
What does Maite call you?
Honey. She never really called me Prince.
She never, even when you were Prince?
Yeah, she never used that.
There she is. How is she doing?
Oh, perfect.
She is in Spain?
No, she's in Miami now. She's visiting her mother.
So on the Purple Rain thing, you could say you expected it, not surprised that it went as well as it did.
I expected it. I think, because there was, like I said, there was nothing out like it at the time. And if only for Morris Day's performance, I thought he was incredible in it. And the music, we were at a very good place musically. Right today, I feel like I could put together something equally as interesting, and it would be as successful if the right people are getting paid. You know, that may sound strange, but this is a business, and when people are involved in it, you have successes, you know, and I understand that. And I knew there would be times where records wouldn't sell as much when I got away from those particular people, but I was cool with that, because success pretty much is what you make it to be.
So you're saying then you do need the suits, so to speak?
It depends on what you gauge success to be.
What do you? Is financial your gauge word?
No, not so much, because once I do the music, it's a success there. I mean, that's it for me. Now, on the selling tip, for example, if an album goes down the chart, that isn't something I can control. I just did the music, you know.
But you want people to tune in New Year's Eve. You'd like to have a lot of people call in demand in order to see you. You're an artist. You want to be seen.
Yes, but if it's an auditing situation where I don't know how many people are actually tuning in, it's not something I can control. They can actually say anything to me, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and you have to go trust.
That's why contracts don't work. They're not based in trust.
Do you therefore, have you lost, even as a spiritual person, lost trust in people?
Oh, no. I've lost trust in contracts. I don't believe in contracts.
Do you have a contract for the pay-per-view night? Or a shaking hand, or?
I'm not certain. I can go check, but...
But you're not into them?
I'm not into them, really.
Our guest is the artist. We'll be back with more phone calls at the end of the program. We're going to meet the great bassist, Larry Graham, as well.
Sorry.
The is applauding. He never calls anybody. Weird. Hello? No one's there. We'll be right back with more phone calls. If we take 2 or 3 more, we'll break a record here. A lot of people were telling me today, I was just telling the artist that, boy, you're going to have the artist on for now. It's going to be very hard because he's very hard to talk to. Now, you're not hard to talk to. Where did this reputation begin that you are difficult, do you think? And Matt, you're not hearing it here for the first time.
Yeah, probably where all reputations begin. I think the media plays a big part in one's perception of me. Until one sits down and actually talks to me, they can't really know me.
Well, should you have been more public? Should you have done more of things like this?
No, I kind of did what I wanted to do. I wanted my music, as even now, to speak loudest for me.
But you're not uncomfortable here, are you?
No.
But the reputation is that you would be. Mm-hmm. How do you fight that other than by counteracting it?
I'm not, I don't think in terms of fighting. I'm not, I don't think that you win anything by fighting. I'm the type of person that likes to look at things for exactly the way they are and
do you get angry? You're a perfectionist musically, right?
Yeah.
So you must get angry then.
I use my anger with humor. I have a way of being very stern, but I always find the irony in it, and I always make it funny. I make it funny for myself and the person that I'm...
So the person you're directing at is not humbled or made to feel less than a human?
Well, no one can make you feel anything. You pretty much are going to fall in there if you are spiritually based.
How do you handle that aspect of the media which has often given you trouble, the tabloids?
I don't have trouble with anybody, really.
You don't? Do you read them?
No.
Do you hear about them?
Very seldom.
Do you think any part of a personality's private life is our business? Do you think your marriage is our business?
Well, I'm like this. My music is my music. That's pretty much what you come to the party for.
Naturally.
If I give you something else, that's me giving you something else. If you seek something else, then there's something inside of you that's lacking, I would think. So I think that personal actually means personal. And
But do you wonder why the public wants to know? Don't wonder.
No.
Are you interested in the personal lives of other people?
See, Michael Jordan. Let's see who.
Yeah, are you interested in Michael Jordan? You're a big fan of Michael Jordan.
Big fan of Michael Jordan.
Are you interested in how his marriage goes?
No.
No. Interested in how he gets along with his children?
Nope.
No.
I'm just interested in how he gets along with that rim.
Well said. Before we take a break and meet Larry Graham, let's take another call. Houston, hello.
Hi, it's a pleasure to talk to you, sir. I've always known you to be a spiritual and God-loving person, and I've always respected that and your music, and I've known that you've always thanked God on every one of your CDs, and that has inspired me all my life. I love God myself. Was that part of your inspiration is becoming a bassist?
We lost that what? Oh, I'm sorry, we lost the call.
I can finish it for her.
Oh, what was your earliest inspiration, she's asked? That was
I was discussing this with Larry today. We were just discussing the word inspiration and where we think it originated from.
And
Ultimately, if you go back, your father may inspire you, and then that your father, his father inspired him, and his father may have inspired him.
Eventually we get to Adam.
Yeah, and eventually Adam had a father, So, yeah, inspiration comes from God. That's the original source. And so to use your gift in a creative fashion, that's the best thing you can do.
We're going to take a break and come back, and we'll be joined to finish the program by one of the great bassists of all time. He now is the bassist with the artist. The great Larry Graham will join us right after his bassist. The great Larry Graham, how did you hook up with this? Why are you part of the concert?
We got a new name. Wait a minute now. Come on.
What else? What are we going to call it?
Here go the media again, Larry. I don't know.
Okay, what you name it. Tune in for what? How did you hook up?
Raven to the Joy 2000.
How did you hook up with him?
Well, actually, just let me say something right quick before we get into that. Thank you for having me on the show, and I've watched many of your shows, and I think you're a great person. And the picture you just showed me, your little baby, just blew me away. Congratulations on that.
Little chance.
And,
You like him too.
Yeah. But thanks for having me here. I've watched many of your shows, and I think you're wonderful. And
How did you
I
hook
thought
up?
about, what am I going to wear? So I think I'll let Larry King inspire my attire. So this is my Larry King look.
King look. Well, we're close on time, so tell me how you got together with
We
him.
were in Nashville, and I was playing a concert at the smaller venue, and baby brother was playing a concert at the larger venue, and he found out I was there, called me, and said, hey, we're going to have a jam session tonight after the show. Would you like to come? And so I went, and we walked into the club. My wife reached in her purse and pulled out my fuzz pedal and my chords.
That's love. That's love right there.
And hooked me up, and that was the first time we got a chance to play together. And that night, we said everything that we never got a chance to say to each other over the years. We talked through our music. And when that night was finished, I knew so much more about him, and he knew so much more about me, and we connected from then on. And after that, he said, well, I'm going to be going on tour. Would you join me? And we did one show, then another show, then another show. And
How important is the bass?
Oh, man. The bass is, that's it. It's B-A-S-E, not B-A-S-S. That's a fish. B-A-S-E.
Yeah, good point. How good is he?
No, man, he's taught me so much about respecting one another, musicians listening to one another, and just the sound of his bass it's undeniable.
How good? What do you put in the jacket? You're cold, huh?
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah, we might tell the audience.
yeah, it's freezing. Yeah.
This is above and beyond. It's Purple Heart Night.
I don't want my voice to start shaking and
Forget
folks think I'm
Purple.
nervous.
Forget Purple. We're almost out of time. How great is he?
Well, I tell you this, the greatest musician that I've worked with, because I've worked with other musicians that were great, but they didn't allow me to really have the freedom that I needed to be able to give them all that I could give them. With Baby Brother, he allows me the freedom to give all that I can give, and as a result, what we're doing now, when you hear it, you can see that it's coming from the heart, which is why we're touching hearts.
Unselfish.
Totally unselfish.
Great pleasure meeting.
Ok, ben je vous invite donc à accueillir donc Prince qui va répondre à quelques-unes de vos questions et vous rencontrer et, par rapport au concert d'hier soir et sa venue à Paris. Messieurs, Prince.
Did he say nice things?
Yeah. Lots of nice things.
Quelques questions.
What did seduce you in the Grand Palais and the glass and iron structures of the Grand Palais?
When I did 21 Nights in London, the sound of the audience was so powerful that I need something better and bigger. And when I saw the Chanel fashion show, when Carl came out, there was this roar that came out, and I was jealous.
So you did Grand Palais, you did, you signed with a French label. What didn't you dare doing yet, you know?
I'll get to it. I'll eventually do everything.
Like what, for example?
Let's see, 150 shows at Bercy.
Yeah. You fell in love with the Grand Palais. Do you fall in love often?
Well, I needed some place to stay, and that was the best that he could do. So. He just forgot the furniture.
And how was it yesterday, and do you plan to do other shows in France? And by the way, have you already met some fashion designers for the show about your costumes?
Well, I do all my own stuff.
All the time?
Yeah, I have my own team. That it's hard to find clothes that look like this.
For sure. And do you plan to do other shows in the country?
We're talking about it.
Okay, great.
It's just in the planning stages.
I saw the show yesterday. It was great, and the stage was amazing.
Wasn't it?
It was. What did you think about this show, these two shows? Or did you feel it?
That was my favorite. My favorite so far. I always try to outdo different shows that I've done. You know, this is the best. Absolutely.
Can you define, can you explain the pleasure to be on stage and to make music?
I was telling a friend of mine recently that, like last night, I couldn't sleep. I apologize for being late. It feels like I'm in a dream, and I don't like to go to sleep anymore because the dream is never as good as real life.
What did you think about the crowd last night and the way they received you?
Amazing. It's it's actually indescribable, that much love. I can't even speak about it.
Do French people know how to dance in a proper way? I mean.
Some do, and some don't.
The question is, where are you planning to play in Paris?
One thing I do want to say, they're very respectful. We asked that no one use camera phones, and they honored that request, unlike Americans who are so obsessed with technology. And we don't like to have our concerts filmed that way because it sounds so bad, and then you give all the footage to somebody like YouTube, who is run by Universal Publishing and some of those same lawyers. A lot of people don't know that. They just see the logos, but we know all the behind-the-scenes guys. So we're just thankful that people are so respectful. And on the quiet songs, no talking. They're just, you know, they're very respectful. I mean, it's wonderful.
What could be the next place for a next show in Paris?
Ooh, well, it's going to be hard after last night. I got to think about it.
Were you planning to play in Paris and discovering the Grand Palais at the last minute, or was it a last-minute show?
No, we play because we don't have bands to go see. It's just rare that you see a band that you like. So we make music because we want to hear music. So it was a last-minute thing, but I have very cool musicians who will fly out at the moment's notice, and it was cool.
You were just talking about Universal and how people are very attracted by new technology. signing with an independent label, like, because, what does that mean to you? And is it kind of mistake you've done in the past that you try to fix now? What's your...
No, I don't think of anything as a mistake. Everything's a learning process. Life is full of ups and downs. It just depends on how you react to them. The situation with Because is similar to the one we had at Target. Target doesn't have problems selling physical CDs, and neither does Because. So there just seems to be a problem in America with selling them. And it seems they also want to control who becomes popular and who doesn't. The radio is state controlled, and YouTube and how many hits you get and all that kind of stuff, or how many views you get rather. And it's just a system now that is just not enticing to me. So we stick with concerts, and we can do new music that way. Might be a time in the future where technology will be advanced so that people can bring the technology to the concerts, and they can record the shows right then on the spot. We'll just see.
About your time in Paris, this city gives you admiration or inspiration even?
It's a very erotic town, so it's very inspirational.
Do you like French food?
No.
Talking about erotic, in LPL song, you're thinking dance for me. I like it when you dance for me. Were you thinking about somebody special?
Yes.
Who?
I was looking in the mirror when I wrote it.
How does it feel to be Prince today?
It's indescribable. It's impossible. Really impossible.
You're one of the best guitarists in the world. What do you think about Guitar Hero? In these kind of games where you become a musician all of a sudden.
Well, do you actually learn how to play the guitar?
No.
Well, there you go. It took a long time to learn how to play like I wanted to. So I respect somebody that puts that much effort into it. You think that I'm a basketball hero one day? It takes a lot to become LeBron James.
Sure.
A lot of work.
How long will you stay in Paris, and what will you do in the next days?
That's the boss. I do what he tells me to do.
You struggled a lot for your artistic freedom. Now it seems that you have totally artistic freedom. How does it feel? I mean, you can play whenever you want, where you want.
Well, these are the days I was looking forward to. Like I say, it's hard to sleep because the options they're so numerous. So it was worth the fight. It was worth the struggle that we went through. I advise every artist to go through it, if they can, And cream rises to the top anyway, so. Real free music doesn't mean that you don't pay for it. It just means that there's no authoritarian figure telling you what you're supposed to do with it.
Is internet opening new doors for you now?
Come again?
Is internet opening new doors for you?
It's a tool. It's not a means to an end by no stretch. My concerts have always been dear to me, and it's almost a shame that I got so good at making records, because the medium is dying now. So until something new happens and we get some laws with restrictions to how media is used and how the revenue is shared, then I just stick with the live stuff. And every once in a while we'll do records. I make records all the time, though. There's tons of stuff in the vault, and we'll see. It'll come out one of these days.
Would you be interested in using cinema and images again to do something different with the music?
There again, we're just waiting. Maybe after 2012, we'll see. But everything's going to change. There's going to be different people running companies. Manuel was talking about artists run companies and different things like that. Will.i.am is a friend of mine, and we talk a lot about what the future will look like and how people will actually get music. And it has nothing to do with lawyers and accountants that have nothing to say in regards to the creative process.
Have you found satisfaction in your work, and are you a happy man today?
Very happy. More happy than ever, actually.
You used to write slave on your cheek, you know.
I did?
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
But if you have to change your name again, what would you change it for?
I like this name. I think it fits.
And your work is genius. Who is qualified to critique your music today?
Nobody.
And do you listen to anyone else other than you? If there are other singers, we were talking about will.i.am, maybe others? You like
I like will.i.am, his business sense and how he sees the world. It's very interesting. He's very technology driven, but let's remember he did write My Humps. So I do love Anna Mora. I love her music. Listen to that a lot. Bria Valente. I love female vocalists mostly. Esperanza Spalding. I look forward to hearing what she's going to do in the future. She's really talented. But there again, she's a musician. So is Anna. They work very hard at the craft. They take care of their instruments.
If you were to write the definition of the word funky in a dictionary, what would the definition be?
If you can describe it, you ain't funky.
Okay, monsieur.
Is there any question that you want
to be asked?
Ask me about God.
And what do we want to say?
You need him. We all do. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Half of the Latino community, I'd like to say thank you. Wait a minute. We can eat and we can drink and we can see Prince for $25.
Well, I like to give props to Live Nation for that this event, because $25 is what we used to pay for concerts.
Absolutely, yes.
Then somebody called Ticketmaster came in, and so now we're showing who the real Ticketmaster is, and you know, we're putting the right price.
Well
on
said.
it.
The Ticketmaster, yes. Now, you raise a lot of money for helping people out. Already you've gifted $2 million to arts, education, and environment funds, right?
That much?
Yes, $2 million. Yes. And you auctioned off. I find it interesting. You played this guitar and you've auctioned it off.
Yeah.
How much did you raise?
We got $100,000 for that. Brother Lewis Hamilton.
Yes,
race
$100,000. Do you have the guitar with you? Do you have it?
They're supposed to have it. Oh, okay.
This is the guitar. $100,000. Lewis Hamilton is a Formula One race car champion. That's you. Played by you.
It's going to be hard to part with this. I was going to say.
Do you get attached? Do you still have the first guitar you've played? Do you keep instruments like that?
No, a lot of my stuff gets stolen. There's Lewis right there.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love that. A lot of your
steal
stuff.
them shoes.
Yeah. For you. Your writer now is showing up. It says, well, Prince, when he gets here, I said he's 5 minutes out. He's in the car. He's leaving his house, and what you required was very simple: water, some juice, and organic tortilla chips, and 3 grapes. So Prince, you're vegan or you're vegetarian? Yeah.
I don't mess with no red meat though.
No. You want to live.
Well, something. Well, that's one thing. The other thing is we're finding out that, well, I probably better call a lawyer about this, but.
Just say allegedly.
Allegedly, when you ask for a hot dog, you're getting.
You get an artichoke.
Well, you get what you ask for.
Yeah, so I like that you keep it like that. You know, you do love chips, and I understand that you love Latino, your Latino influence. I think you got a little Latino.
They can't find
Corazon.
out. They can't find out who my mom's dad is, so you might be right.
She's Latina. He's Latino. Now, do you ever just kick it and go to Olive Garden with like a sweatsuit?
Oh man, I don't own a sweatsuit.
I like that. No, so in your vault at your house, you have I understand about 1,000 songs that you've written, and you could write a song every day. It is your life. It's your heart, and your soul is in writing.
Yeah, I'm in recording rehab now. I just do it. I'm writing too much, so I'm taking a break. The industry's going through a lot of changes. I'm gonna just let that.
It has gone through a lot of changes. Do you think the internet? Do you think that's helped music?
It's helped the people who sell the music. You know, for an artist, you know, they don't make the money they used to. And I think we tend not to value things we can get for free.
Right.
If you put anything in the place of music and say you got it for free, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Now, when we were kids, we'd go to record stores and spend hours flipping through them, like mining.
Absolutely.
You know, and flipping through things and being surprised that you found something that you didn't think was there. And there was a smell of vinyl and a feel of it. Do you miss that? Do you miss the smell of it?
I kept all my records.
You got them?
Yeah, that didn't get stolen from me.
Yeah. I imagine that you would have a huge collection and prefer to listen to music on vinyl.
Yeah, I grew up listening to that. And we take this for granted, but I am here today because of the golden age of the 60s, 70s, and 80s of music. And this is when artists played their own instruments. They wrote their own songs. They had to perform next to people like Ike and Tina Turner, Wilson Pickett, James Brown. I mean, this is, you got to have your act together.
With so many songs, do you ever, I'm sure you don't forget your lyrics.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, do you? Have you said things that you said, wow, where did that come from?
It just sounds like new language, so.
But other people sing your songs and they just kind of sing them out loud and don't, you know. What have you heard?
I don't mind fans singing the songs. My problem is when the industry covers the music. See, covering music means that your version doesn't exist anymore. A lot of times people think I'm doing Sinead O'Connor's song and Shaka Khan's song, when in fact I wrote those songs. And it's okay when my friends ask to do them, but there's this thing called the compulsory license law, which allows artists through the record companies to take your music at will without your permission. And that doesn't exist in any other art form, be it books, movies. You know, there's only one version of Law and Order.
Yes.
There's several versions of Kiss and Purple Rain.
And there should be one version of music.
You would think.
How can that change come about? How does that happen, Prince? How can we make that happen?
Well, with your help and people just talking about it, there have been a few journalists that have taken a stand and spoke on it, but you know, I don't know.
Will you take credit for the text craze and abbreviating words like "I would die for you"? Yeah. Will you take for you, see you, heart?
Well, there were many people. There were many people playing with words and language for all of history, but there's so much craziness on the internet now. I don't want to take no credit for that.
Well said. Prince will be back to perform another song. Prince, what will you perform?
You're about to see Prince in his first interview for television. Now, he took a stab at being interviewed in print a few months ago, but this is the first time Prince has ever agreed to talk in front of cameras. The questions were provided by MTV's news department, and the person you'll hear asking them, at Prince's request, is his manager, Steve Farnioli. Now, Prince is not alone here. The interview was shot at the filming of his new video, America, and the people that you're going to see with him are extras from the video. For the first time on television, this is Prince.
One thing I'd like to say is that I don't live in a prison, and I'm not afraid of anything. I haven't built any walls around myself. I am just like anyone else. I need love and water. And I don't really consider myself a superstar. I live in a small town and I always will, because I can walk around and be me. And that's all I want to be. That's all I ever tried to be. I didn't know what was going to happen. I just tried to do my best. And if somebody dug it, then... James Brown played a big influence on my style. When I was about 10 years old, my stepdad put me on the stage with him. And I danced a little bit until the bodyguard took me off. The reason why I like James Brown so much is on my way backstage, on my way out, I saw some of the finest dancing girls I've ever seen in my life. And I think in that respect, he influenced me by his control over his group, his dancing girls, his apples, and his oranges.
Comparing you to Hendrix when you play guitar.
A lot had to do with like I say, the color of my skin. And that's not where it's at all. It really isn't. Hendrix was very good, but there'll never be another one like him, and it would be a pity to try. I strive for originality in my work, and hopefully it'll be perceived that way.
Some people have criticized you for selling out to the white rock audience with Purple Rain and leaving your black listeners behind. How do you respond to that?
Oh, come on. Come on! Cufflinks like this cost money, okay? Let's be frank. Can we be frank? If we can't be nothing else, we might as well be frank, okay? So let me think it. Seriously, I was brought up in a black and white world. And yes, black and white, night and day, rich and poor, black and white. And I listened to all kinds of music when I was young. And when I was younger, I always said that one day I was going to play all kinds of music and not be judged for the color of my skin, but the quality of my work. And hopefully that will continue. I'm not saying it's greater or better. It's just something else. It's multicolored. And it's very fun. I believe in God. There's only one God. And I believe in the afterworld. And hopefully, we'll all see it. I've been accused of a lot of things contrary to this. And I just want people to know that I'm very sincere in my beliefs. And I pray every night. And I don't ask for much. I just say thank you.